My name's Victor Needham-Crofton, Royal Inniskilling Fusiliers. I joined up at 18 in 1951. Well, I was called up in that regiment to Northern Ireland and did my training, but I liked the regiment, you know, all the history, so I thought, well, I'll stay, and I did. But in them days, you see, when I signed on, there was no money about, and I signed on for extra money to send home to Mum because she didn't have a lot of money. There was only council tenants, you know, and that helped her out a lot. And once I'd done my training, I was on active service throughout my service, which was just over 3 years, and I served in Cyprus, you know, with the I don't know if you remember the AOCA, the terrorists, and I went from there by aircraft carrier to Suez Canal. We stayed in Suez Canal for 18 months or so, and then it was just about the time of Korea. Now, we trained for Korea, but we went to East Africa because the Mau Mau had just started up and the insurgents were killing all the white people out there. And I was there for until 1954. I was what we called an action man, I suppose. It was infantry, and we had to go wherever there was trouble, you know. I was on active service almost the whole of the 3 years service, which was, you know, when you're a young man, you can't wait to get into action, and you don't realise what the action's going to be. I mean, the Mau Mau were very, very, very crafty. Like any jungle warfare, they knew. I call it a jungle. It was forest. It was the Mount Kenya forest area, but the vegetation was so, you know, so intense. It was, but you know, we used to go out for 8 days, just a platoon of men, about 6 or 7, with an NCO, and we was self-sufficient that whole time. Yeah, just our own cooking, live off the land, you know. But I had a very nasty road accident. It wasn't a road, it was a mountain pass. The lorry went over the cliff, went over a 100-foot cliff, threw me out, and the lorry came after me and it cupped it over. You know, I'm laying there like that, and the lorry landed over me. I was in hospital for about 3 months. I think, although they never said, and I think the tyres were shot out from the lorry, and it went over the cliff, you know, because of the shot, because the tyre went. You know, I'd injured my knees and fractured skull and the rest of it. But before that happened, I lined the route at Buckingham Palace when the Queen's coronation, 53, which was interesting. But that little one there, that was 1953. That was the coronation. That one. Okay. And Cyprus and East Africa and Kenya. It's done me a lot of good. I've been collecting for them for about 10 years or more, and they've been good to me, so I'm good to them. I mean, when I'm collecting, I usually start out, I'm always on duty about 7 o'clock, and I stay there till about 4. I love it. Well, they take us out, you know, we have little do's, and they take us to Worthing every year, and the people where we stop first is Holmwood. Brilliant people, absolutely brilliant, and they really look after us. So I'm giving a little bit back, if you like. You know, some of our lads can't do it because they're not sort of mobile, and a lot of them are older than me, you know. we have a special do, like if we're outside the Victoria going to the palace or whatever, they always pick us up. They don't charge us anything. I mean, we're wearing our blazers and all that, you know, and the medals, and they say, oh, in you get, lads, and we'll take you wherever you want to go. And they really are good, and I do appreciate that. People are so generous, especially on the station like this. My God, I can't believe what people put in it. I couldn't afford to put £20 in bloody, you know, a bucket. And in return, I have respect for people, you know.